Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Of course, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Like I always say, most of us will not be able to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day we shall. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kano is the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. He is the leader of IPOB. And I may have to remind us that he is the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of Biafran people for over 60 years. By the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I am George Unibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, as always, I must proceed to acknowledge the Creator. He laid everything bare before our eyes. But because of illusion, many of us cannot see the truth. And so maybe at times we choose to worship the creature instead of the Creator. But of course, evil, lie, and deceit is the order of day. And so what will one do? From upon another's shoulder, another is cast. But we understand that his commandment is written in our heart. Because none of us has been able to violate our conscience in the end of it all. And so every day of my life, I acknowledge him. For indeed, he is the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. He is the lifting up of our head. He has raised us from the merry clay of shame and disgrace. And so even though the enemy tried to humiliate Biafra, yet we come out cleaner and neater than they can ever imagine. Nobody would have done this except the Creator. And this morning, Father, I say, Anye naja ge mao makanezioku emara mai ehonanya nena ge obioma ge o juru anyanya dadio inwe ge mgbanwe o ọ dị onye dịka gị ebu alfa na omega anyị niile na-asị na n'edema o. You see. And of course, this morning, without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic, which is simply titled, The 5 Most Dangerous Distractions We Must Watch Out For. The 5 Most Dangerous Distractions we must watch out for. Honestly, it would have been good this morning we go through the news headline. But may I remind you that they begin to switch the same headline over and over and over because they are playing the same game over and over and over. And in our lifetime, we end up sharing the same message every day. I've not looked at Nigerian newspaper today, but I can be able to tell you the major leading headlines. Yes, the terrorist group, it could be Fulani Herdsmen, Miati Allah, Boko Haram, and the rest of them. Yes, they attacked Barak, they killed Biafran soldiers, and those not Fulani soldiers. Yes, they will tell you how they are stealing money and how they are sharing money. Of course, we know what they are going to tell you. Is either they tell you that Nigerians have been killed by Nigerian or foreigner, and that is the act of God, or they are going to tell you that they are smuggling bill, but they catch them, or they are going to tell you that they are trying to develop Nigeria in the year 70-100. Okay, we are in 2020. The Nigeria will be like America in the year 170, and they end it with a clause. That is if we work hard. How many Americans are working hard to build America? How many British citizens are dying, working their head out to build London? But the truth remains that as far as you can wake up in the morning and sink your head inside the newspaper, of course, embodiment of lie itself, you will not be able to reason properly. May I remind you this morning why Africa cannot go forward is because more than 90% of African youth spend their thinking capacity, which is actually the human capacity, thinking of what to eat. If they are not thinking of what to eat, they are thinking of how to protect themselves from known and unknown enemy. If they are not thinking of how to protect themselves, they are thinking of how to avert government policies of emasculation. And if they are not thinking about, they are thinking about how they are going to cross the desert or cross the Mediterranean Sea, and they are willing to die. But if they are not doing this, they are praying to God to do for them what they should do for themselves. And this is because you have failed to watch out the distraction there. And in as much as I have the privilege to come up here to discuss issue of Biafra, I know that not until the human capacity is liberated, not until our mind are liberated, not until we are free from every form of greed, envy, jealousy, we are only building a new Nigeria. But God will set us free. And that is why this day it is my desire that everybody knows the truth. Because it is knowing the truth that you get true freedom. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Today the difference between me and you may be the truth I know, and I am free. I could only pray that you know this truth also, so that nobody can use you. And then you will not want to use anybody. Biafrans, this morning, let us look deep once again. In our homes, in our communities, in our surrounding, wherever we find ourselves. Because there are instruments of distraction put in place to make us remain where they want us to be. In a critical moment like this, where we have this kind of confusion everywhere, there are certain things we need to watch out for in order to make sure that we don't become the victim of our occupation. If you go to Ogoni, for instance, today, a lot has happened. And along the line, Ken Saro-Wiwa rose. He fought for the Bill of Rights. Men and women of Ogoni followed him. They resisted internal and external enemy to make sure that the land size or mass of Ogoni land is not taken by an inch, and to make sure the oil they drill in Ogoni land does not pollute their water. Ken Saro-Wiwa and his team wanted the colonial terrorists to leave their land. They wanted to benefit from what they have. It led to a series of protests from one to another. It led to the killing of a lot of Ogoni youth. And as we speak today, more than 35 to 45% of Ogoni youth have settled down in Benin Republic. Some have settled down in Ghana. They cannot come back home again. Their only crime is because they followed Ken Saro-Wiwa to fight for the Bill of Rights. I have come or have access to many of them. They practically told me they can't come home. And I said to them, why? The case of Ogoni is closed. But they said, no. We have been declared wanted for supporting Ken Saro-Wiwa. And those of our brothers who want to take over our land will report us to Nigerian government the more we come home. Nigeria has not forgiven them. Many of them will feed on the misery of these people. But believe me, while in exile, they are telling their children what you have done to them. And one day they will be uprising. Nowhere will be safe. No nuclear weapon will save anybody. No atomic bomb will save anybody. No jet bomber. No nuclear weapon. Forget about those things you think you have today that makes you think you are invincible. I tell you, nobody can hide from the power of the creation. That is why Bob Marley say, we do not have fear for atomic energy because none of you can stop the time. And so today, because they stand up for the truth, for justice, for freedom, total emancipation of their people, most of them have lived the rest of their life as a fugitive. Yes, I must remind you that many people stood up in a time like this. Yes, they want resource control. They put their life on the line. And with Adakaboro, many of them were slaughtered. And many of them are still fugitives today. You can't see them in London. Some of them are in Jamaica, Liberia, and South Africa. They can never come back home again. Yes, it is one Nigeria. But for standing up to exercise their right, Nigeria will haunt them for all eternity. And then we have Ojukwu. He came to ask for a structure. He came to ask for right to self-governance. They brought war. They call it secession. I do not think what they did in Aburi Accord is different from what they want to push us to do now. It was the same thing. And millions, I should say, across the globe, they rose up and they fought shoulder by shoulder, shoulder with Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, of course, General Philip Effiong of the blessed memory. Millions were hunted down. Inasmuch as these very noble soldiers who defended our land between 1967 and 1970, irrespective of the fact that these honorable soldiers became invincible, they still live among us. Because they become voiceless, they still live among us. Because they choose not to speak does not mean they do not have what to say. But they wait patiently. Many of them cannot lay claim to their property. Because the children of saboteurs among us will blackmail them. Already they have been blackmailed, blacklisted, even in the slightest opportunity they have. Most of them suffer what they suffered because they were not focusing on the major distractions. Many people died when Wazirike led them. And today nobody will give account of them. In fact, a brother in my unit then told me that he was doing very well in Abia State because that is where he come from. Fighting for which was Wazirike. At that time, the Nigerian government introduced Bakassi. They protected to be fighting crime in your community. But the government actually wanted to use it to stop Wazirike. They hunted all of them down one after the other. He left his furniture shop in Aba and ran to Port Harcourt. He lived like a fugitive for a very long time, but he made a comeback. All because they stood up to fight to be the author of their destiny. A lot of people followed Asare and Ateke. They died. A lot of ignorant youth are following cultism and they are following Shell-sponsored cultism and the rest of it. And somebody will say, all this thing I'm saying is blackmail. But the truth will sort all of us out. Yes, people followed them and their life became misery. We knew this danger. We know about the Zionists. We know about every other person endangering the life of the people. We know what most religious leaders are doing, leading many of the youth and the people to untimely death. Yes, we know about what most of the monarchs, traditional rulers are doing. Must I remember or remind you about the stories of people like Don Juan, among others? May I remind you about most of those prominent youth that were used for political thuggery, and today they are no more, and most of them cannot come home. Most of them did not consider the distraction and the consequence. We knew how it works. We entered IPOB fully informed of how it can turn out to be. We aimed our heart with one truth and one weapon alone, that no matter what happened in the end, heaven and earth will bear us witness. The creator of the universe will bear us witness that we stand on this platform for only one reason. We believe in the truth. We fight for the truth. We will defend the truth to the end. That in the end, when our matter is sincerely looked into, people will understand we have been haunted, beaten down beyond recovery. But we choose to stand even when we don't have leg. And I tell you, we will still be standing till the end of this journey, because you cannot do anything. It has started again. And most of us are not reading the signs of time. This is why the Bible says that the sons of Issachar, they were wiser than the rest. They could read the time. Paul reminded us about the Berean Christian, more noble than the Thessalonican Christian. They don't just feed on every garbage they receive. They verify. Now we have found ourselves in the same stage. This is Biafra Restoration Project, for God's sake. And there are a lot of distraction popping up and down everywhere. And now what am I saying this morning? If you are a Biafran, you are in or you are out of the game, you must watch out for the destruction. Because as it is in the west, so shall it happen in the north. That even though he may fall to the south, then he must fall to the east. And our people must understand. And so that no matter how it's going to end, we will be waiting for them. We will be ready for them. Number one distraction that is on now is the creation of unnecessary distraction from the targeted goal. We have a target to restore Biafra. Now there are different distractions created to distract you from the targeted goal. We all want freedom. Every Biafran needs freedom. I can come out here and accuse the governor. I may choose to accuse the monarchs. I can accuse IPOB. I can accuse my father. And you know, if there's nobody to accuse again, I can even accuse myself. But the truth remains that even the governors in Biafra land, they need help. They need this freedom more than me. They all have BP. Because they never know one lunatic that will come out somewhere and set them up. They live all their life trying to please the slave master, the Fulanis, of course. Not because Fulanis are too powerful, because the Yoruba will always support the Fulani to undermine them. Of course, our politicians are not safe. This truth we know. Yes, we understand our monarch. If the governors are barely safe, your senators are barely safe, is it the diluted, bastardized monarch that you think they are safe? We know this truth. That as much as that child hawking pure water in the street of Biafra land is enslaved, is in bondage, it's applicable to all of us. Because the last time I checked, the richest man in the family of poor people is actually the poorest. It is very dangerous for you to be so strong while others are weak. Most especially when you are in the same team. That is why they canvass for empowerment. Empower everybody to be able to do what is necessary. Don't cripple them. It is distraction. So that time you are coming, you are broadcasting, IPOB do this, IPOB do that, now they cannot do this, George Onibe do this. Whether you are enemy, whether you are a friend, have one thing at the back of your mind. The same rope hold all of us. I don't want to call anybody's name or make anybody feel I hate them. To all his own. Some people made themselves open enemy to IPOB, and they are ready for the consequence. But I checked, I think they are still Biafrans. They cannot deny the fact, because that will show you that at the end, they are miserable people. And many of them are hidden even inside IPOB. Their target is not what is happening. They are all there to create distraction. I have said it before when I was arrested by DSS. They didn't make me offer of billions of naira. They promised to buy me keke na pepe, so I can go and be driving a keke na pepe and die of suffering. And I looked at the man and I said to him, but I don't think you understand, I am a reverend. He said, no, now we have many of them now. That is not what you are saying. Anyway, what do you do? What do you do? When I mention the business I do, he say, aha, you be big man now. You be big man now. Now that's why we dey talk. And I say, you cannot tell me to lie. This is the problem now. That will violate my conscience. I can't do it. If the man is listening, he's listening. He knows I'm saying the truth. And because I couldn't agree with them, they were angry, and he told them, hey, just take him back there. Take him back there. So don't think that everybody in IPOB are Holy Ghost. No. Everybody has a mission. And I keep saying it. All of us are suspects until Biafra is delivered in the palm of our hand. All of us are suspects from the beginning to the end. But I want to ask you, Biafra, don't let them distract you. If your effort is not to save Biafra, you have failed. You wage a war against the Creator, you will be disgraced. It is said that the road that leads to hell is paved with good intention. Examine yourself. There are many distractions now. They started by saying, oh, Magu this, Magu that, Magu this. I do not think how any normal human being will think Fulani will betray Fulani. Have you forgotten who these people are? They have agenda. They work with united purpose to kill me and you. Magu this, Magu that. All of a sudden, they swept all of you under the carpet. Now, what is trending on social media? Joy this, Akpabio this. Joy this, Akpabio this. Joy this, Akpabio. You people will soon forget about Magu. Don't let them distract you. I do not care what you do. I care about one thing, and I put my mind on that. We came to fight that Biafra may be restored. For you to understand the reason why we are doing what we are doing, we have to expose the evil happening in Nigeria. Without this, we do not have the right to come and speak up. But everything we say, everything I, George Onyibe, say is verifiable, truth, authentic, and that cannot be subsidized. Number one, they're creating distraction in order to distract you from the goal of restoring Biafra. My brother, watch out for all of them. Number two, the danger behind those who live in our forest. They are distracting us not to put mind, attention on what is happening behind. You are watching idiot on social media telling you nonsense. I'm not better than any of them. But none of them is telling you about those battalions of Fulani herdsmen that are hiding in our forests now, under the cover of COVID-19. The ammunition, most of them are coming out. Why are you people not giving us this update? These are distraction, and the people are preparing heavily. You should not be distracted from one single fact behind everything we talk about. Somebody said, we are saying Fulani herdsmen do this, Fulani herdsmen do this. Yeah, we are the ones doing it. I do not blame you. You have been distracted. I was in a debate with some honorable gentlemen, and they said to me, why are you people raising false alarm? And I say, I beg your pardon. What do you mean by false alarm? He said, Igbo people are going to Abuja to buy land. Nobody is disturbing them. Igbo people are buying land in Lagos. Nobody is disturbing them. And why is it that Fulani want to buy land? You people will stay saying, oh, they're Islamizing us. Don't sell the land. Don't do this. And I said to him, sir, honestly, you are correct. Because come to think about it, the reason we are having delay in the restoration project is because many Igbo people own property in Lagos. So those of us in Biafra land, we can die because of their story building. That is correct. I know Yoruba is saying, oh, they want to Igbonize our land. They want to Igbonize our land. I understand. You go to the north, we are buying land. Of course, Aerofy took all our land and they are still reselling it to us. They have their perfect strategy. We are buying Gwangwalada. We are buying Gangurunguru. We are buying everywhere in the north. Nobody is complaining. Nobody is saying, oh, they want to Igbonize us. They want to Biafranize us. But when it comes to us, when we are shouting, I said that is because there is much beneath that the eye can see. There is much beneath that the eyes can see. We have lived together in Nigeria since 1960 to today. They have made sure that they don't build one single building in Biafra land. They don't have property. Only the one they seize. The NDDC building in Port Harcourt belonged to Herod Dakpa. Obasanjo seized that land and built that NDDC building. If not that Abacha died and one reason or the other they give the land to Herod Dakpa back, that would have been Abacha property. He seized it. So every property owned from Atiku and all of them in Biafra land is our property stolen from us. They don't invest. So it's a danger when you see the same people buying land. My people say when you wake up in the morning, fowl begin to pursue you, make you run. Run not be because the fowl don't grab muzzle. No. Run because you don't know whether I don't grow teeth overnight. Now you understand. Hausa, Fulani and Yoruba when no they agree to develop a single square meter of land in Biafra land. All of a sudden want to buy your community. My brother is sending the wrong signal. Don't let them distract you with those garbage. When you go to their community, you rent apartment, you live decent life among them. But when they come to your community, they are hiding in your forest and raping your women. Imagine they are occupying land that are not legally theirs and they can do all these things to you. Imagine if they own the land. That is why all of you who are Biafrans will never have a say in any barracks. The moment you enter any barracks in our land, if you cannot speak Hausa, not Fulani, Hausa, you are gone. You are a slave. You will behave like, oh my God. Don't let them distract you. Unnecessary distraction. They are there in our communities already. Please, broadcasters, come and tell them. Come and tell us what is going on. But of course, there are plans I'm making personally. Very soon we will expose all of them. They are not going to hide anywhere. And so when you are busy fighting in Nnamdi Kanu and you are being distracted from telling them the reality on ground, brother, you lose. This is exactly what they want you to do. Some people will come and tell us the story we already know. Some people will come and tell us how they think it should be. We know all these things already. But they are distraction. But of course to all his own. Carry on. Give us story. Entertain us. Deceive us. We are on ground now. Of course, the danger of being misled by leaders. I took time listening to some audio from Nnayan Wodo, from Ohaneze Ndigbo, go to Father Mbaka and many other people. And it's amazing. It's amazing. But all these are distraction. At the beginning of the regime of these very terrorists in power, Mbaka authoritatively declared prophecy. He told us that they prayed. The people of God prayed. And God heard their prayer. And God sent us Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari, God told them that Yusufu is a gentleman. obedient children, holy children. Aisha Muhammad Buhari is almost the like of Holy Mary. Very virtuous woman. Hey, the Lord say, Mbaka. It's amazing. Is God deceiving us now? But these are distractions. The governor of Imo State is a property of prophetic declaration. All these are distractions. Many more is going to come up in the oncoming days. Many surprises coming. They are all distraction. Distraction rather. When they are distracting you, don't lose your head. I remember there was a time in my church where I gave my life to Christ. And then I was made a house fellowship leader. In my house fellowship, let me tell you about the categories of people there. The doctor of Enzo Pharmaceutical is in my own house fellowship. Mrs. Wenzo. You have men and women of high repute. But I am their house fellowship teacher. I just mentioned this name so you understand I don't lie. We tell you the truth. If I tell you the truth, can you kill me? And then, most of them could not accept it. How can George Onibe be our house fellowship leader? I remember people like Dikin Ilolu. They are listening to Radio Biafra, and I want them to understand that everything they did, and they thought I don't know, that I know. One day we were organizing a love feast. And it looks like a good opportunity for those who are not happy about me being the house leader in the church to attack me. They frustrated me. I am the leader. I'm the one sharing the food. I'm the one trying to make sure everywhere is organized. Of course, that is the duty of leader, not to scatter. And I noticed most of them who are supposed to help me, whose their last born is even older than me, are frustrating me. But there were these two people I mentioned, they were watching me from a distance. And the moment I want to react, both of them come in, yes, bro George, please come, bro George, come. And I thought something was really happening. They dragged me to the bedroom of the house of the person where we do this house fellowship. And they said to me, calm down. I said, look at what they are doing. Look at what. He said, no. Don't say anything. Just calm down. And I calm down and I listen. They say, see, if everybody is losing their head, please don't lose your head. We are not in this fellowship because you have anything to teach us. We are in this fellowship to guide you. We understand everything happening. We know your intention. We know what you are doing. Don't mind. Continue to do. We are watching you. Ignore them. This is exactly what they want. They want to push you. They want to distract you. So you react. They say, we told you. He said, saboteur. He said, this one. We have learned all these lessons before. Don't let them distract you. Don't let them distract you. Danger of being misled by those who are leading you. People will corner you, give you money, tell you, let's do like this, let's do like that. At the end of the day, where we are still standing in the same place, the same rope is tying us down. Don't you understand they are all distraction? Focus so they don't distract you. We must understand the danger of government policies of emasculation. When you are busy saying, IPOB do this, IPOB do that, what are you doing? They are making bills upon bill. Our grammar will not change anything. Men on ground need to change something. And if we become the enemy of ourselves, who defend our land in the last place? In a time like this, we can't even march. I can assure you that. It will be disastrous. Because there is a lot of job that need to be done. They are distracting us so they don't see how they are destroying our life. As we are talking now, oh, Magu, after Magu, oh, Akpabio, all these things, they are forming illegal bills to push up. And one day you will be surprised. That is the same thing they did that today. A slave document was handed over to Abdusalami Abubakar from Buckingham Palace. And many people will die speaking useless grammar, telling you this constitution, we the people of Nigeria, we the people of Nigeria. I do not blame them. One day we shall find out who is this we the people of Nigeria. Ogoni man never made any contribution in Nigerian constitution. No Igbo man made any contribution in Nigerian constitution. No Yoruba man made any contribution. And as well, I do not think Fulani made. It was a handed slave document from the colonial masters, the slave masters, on how we should be governed. That is why you begin to see constitution review or constitution amendment or constitution interpretation from the Yoruba extraction of slaves in Nigeria. All of them begin to make up their own sectional constitution. I do not know if we even have Biafran sectional constitution, who is actually supposed to be to checkmate the slave document handed over to us in the name of constitution. It is issues like this, they distract you, and all of a sudden you see a law that falls from the sky. Then today, people are fighting to bring down this slave document they call constitution. And they are going to make big noise. Of course, as much as this document or slave book has all it takes to keep us where we are, it still have weakness. Only God is the only person that don't have weakness. Every system have weakness. That is why when you are thinking you are invisible, you deceive yourself. One of the things that keep me humble, one of the things I learned as a Christian, is that every system, they have weak point. Only God don't have weak point. That is why when you are doing, God will be looking at you. Once your own don't come out, this be careful. It just go to your switch and off you. That is the end. Yoruba will say, Otoni, yeah. That is the end of you. So nobody is invisible. From Buhari to those children lying under the bridge now. To that boy whose mother is mad, but of course they can't do anything. Nobody is invincible. To George Onibe. And then you have to be very careful before the Almighty will switch you off. Buhari is not even an inch a terrorist Abacha is. But how did they end? If you let them distract you, they will always keep us where they want us to be. You go back to the history of the farmer. He said when men sleep, the enemy came and planted ties among the weeds. And having planted the ties, they left. The weeds started growing, so does the ties. The enemy does not need to come back and monitor the ties. It has planted them already. But the target is that ties will not allow that rice to be fruitful. That ties is going to make sure that wheat itself is continually under frustration, distraction, spending its time, energy, and resources to focus on how to position itself for greater fruitfulness, which in the end, he will run out of time because he tried battling, surviving, maintaining homosynthesis and all that nutrient that he actually require. And in the end of the year, the wheat will die without bearing fruit. That is what the enemy want. Today, the enemies are planted everywhere. They planted the cabals in and out. All they want is to keep us distracted. The time we are supposed to be focusing on ideas, on agenda, on the need to move, on equipping people. We are here busy yapping, looking for who respect us and who don't respect us. Looking for saboteurs who are irrelevant and the rest of it. This is exactly where they want us to be. Perfect distraction, and you still can't figure it out. And the fifth one there is that the danger that comes from fake news. I am trying to be meticulous this day. Meticulous in the sense that we are in another chapter. This wind will pass. Somebody posted a video online. And they said horrible things about IPOB. And so somebody saw this very audio and forwarded it to me. The person who sent is coming from London. And said, see, I am worried. I can't keep this matter down. Honestly, I can't sleep. Is this thing true? I need your response, please. It's affecting me. I've not responded to the person. I look at what they wrote, and I look at the audio they used to back it up. These were two different events that is more than 4 years apart from each other. Two different events that is more than 4 years apart from each other. I didn't respond to the woman because I will call her later and explain. But the point now is that somebody took something that happened in 1920 and then attach it to IPOB and bring evidence that happened in IPOB and say, yeah, this is it, this is it. Brothers, let me tell you the truth. You can fool some people sometime, but you cannot fool the people all the time. They will see the light. All these are distraction. And if you kill yourself inside this distraction, you will be there, they will sell you out. Colonial master came here and gave our parents mirror to distract them. Our ancestors were busy looking mirror and drinking wine, the same wine, palm wine, the same kai kai they have. When we choose to drink kai kai ourselves, people don't know why we drink our own kai kai. The day you start drinking wine and taking goof, that is why colonial master were able to deceive our father. Because they thought goof was better. They thought there is a different from Saint Remy and Kai Kai. They are all the same, I should tell you. And then they distracted our ancestors. Today they are doing the same thing. While you are busy saying, oh, this one is saying this one, oh, this one is a saboteur, magu, akpabio. While you are busy doing that, they are changing our freedom to political machinery. You will soon start shouting PDP or APC very soon. Don't let anybody distract you. Focus on this thing, because if we fail, this Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba today, you want to project that they are holy. They will make sure our children will never talk about Biafra in a million years to come. Do you know that our fathers were forbidden from mentioning the name Biafra? That is why I thank every man and women who brought this name to the limelight. And above all, grateful to our leader, because his level of exposé, his level of teaching actually made me to feel the puzzles I have been trying to fix all this day. And we cannot allow them to do that. What am I saying, brothers? Biafrans are going. We are going to our homeland. And now they know we are very close at home. They are going to distract us. They will bring golden image. They will complain for meat, for suya. Do you know some people can even write to United Nations at the time like this and say, IPOB want to divide Nigeria, I love suya. How can I go and be importing suya? Because Igbo man cannot do suya. United Nations, please help me, deliver me from suya. You think it's not possible? Did Nigeria not spend 33 years learning how to prepare suya with juju? Today, they are Yoruba juju and juju inside suya have damaged all of our brain, and you people can't see it clearly. You are chasing the enemy where the enemy is not. It's not there. Nigeria, and ye jealous of Babeli worker, but of course we cannot allow these people to distract us. I know the truth hurts you. Let it hurt you because you are black. Let it hurt you because it's in your nature to withstand pain. That is why you have to stand your ground till the end. Because if we put through, certainly we will put through, we shall put through, then Africa will be free. Yoruba will be free. Hausa, including Fulani, will be free. Biafran will be free. I tell you the truth. I didn't come here to free Yoruba, Hausa, or Fulani. I come here that we might first of all free ourselves, because we can't free others when we are slaves. African can never be free until Biafra is restored. Don't let them distract you.
Reading from Biafran's Got Talent.
Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. No. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. Yo. They are playing on your intelligence. Life full of pretense. They are playing on your intelligence. They are playing on your intelligence. Their life full of pretense. Everything is diligent. Oh, so every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up, Africa. So every black man stand. So every black man for your right. Freedom for Africa. Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. We have been in this bondage for decades now. Oh, for decades now. They gave us their culture. They killed our prophets. They colonized our people with guns and bullets. Guns and bullets. Biafra is our hope now. Is our hope now. Biafra is the hope of Africa. So every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up, Africa. So every black man stand up for your right. Freedom for Africa. Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here.
Yes, of course, that is the gospel truth. This morning, I want to remind you, Biafra, don't let anybody distract you. If Jesus Christ, let him come to join IPOB. Don't let anybody distract you. If set and like, let him join IPOB. Don't let anything distract you. Only one thing remain. Only one thing have been standing. And only one thing will stand in the end. Focus on Biafra. Focus on Biafra. Call on the line your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, my Lord. My name is Givik. I'm calling from Enugu province of
Female
Biafra.
monitoring spirit. Go ahead, please.
May Ekekero Wachiko Kajama bless you. And may Chiko Kajama keep protecting you and your entire family. May Ekekero bless and protect our leader, our deputy leader, and all of you that are calling on Radio Biafra. If you know that every day you say this one, it will look like the other ones is nothing to compare this one. We are growing higher. I thank Chukwokika Ajama for our leader to have opened our eyes and help us to be reasoning very fast. What these people don't know is that we have learned the lessons of the mistakes of our fathers and the mistakes and everything they made, everything that our leader is. Oglau, he said this every time. That we stay in lab, them off the light and tell us to go. We refuse to go. That they stay there and lead. It's hard to do that. It's not easy. Our leader is a leaded man, and he has everything it takes to liberate us. He has made us to be reasoning. He saw these things that he said this morning. That's why I told you that everyone that are calling on Radio Biafra have driven the spirit of our leader. And there is nothing anyone can do to drive them. Someday they were insulting one person called Chidera and was insulting the guy. Was insulting Chidera. I just listened to the man after they finish. Other people are calling I just said, Chidera, keep on keeping on, and I now and it doesn't give up. There is nothing that would discourage you. These people, these saboteurs, these our insider. The ones I call insider, that is the ones in the IPU, scattering everything that we do. Going to collect small things, so they are not even collecting the big one that they have shown. They have given to our leader, that our leader rejected. They are you said it now. The only Kekena Pep, 500, 200, 150. You want to sell your brother that you are fighting with, and you think we don't know? We have told them. We are documenting everything you say, though. If you turn back and start saying another thing, we will show you. You have said this one before. Have you repeated from it? Because all these saboteurs, I don't trust them. I do not trust them. But I know that our leader have made us to reason very, very well. I think I reason faster. You see all these things that are using to distract. One day I called this their radio station. I told them, you are distracting people. Today you will say this news. Tomorrow you will say another thing. Then we forgot the other one. No, I don't delete. We are not forgetful people. I am a careful kebelebe. We will carry that one along and add it to this one. Then we will know what you need. You see now, all those soldiers they killed now, they have forgotten about them. What they are focusing on, why are you resigning? But they would not remember that they killed them almost 300 the other day. The people that have fought are coming back. And they have repeated Boko Haram. These people are coming up with more. But the way they are coming up with more destruction, the way you are here to tell us this is a distraction. And we thank you for you. May Ekekero bless you. May Abada fight your secret battle and give you. Thank you.
Our people must understand. It is as simple as ABC. It is freedom of our people that led us here. Any other thing is not relevant to me, I should say. Are you there, caller on the line? Of course, we lost the caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Go ahead, please.
My name is Nkochimuze. I'm calling from Ghana. As I want to once again tell Biafrans all over the world, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are listening, no matter your time zone. I'm here to say that Biafrans, we can never be distracted. No matter whoever that claim that they join IP, will be like this morning I'm reading in Facebook and John we are yapping that we should be one family. Now he remember that all of us need to be one family. That when we are being marginalized and there is no good road, no this. It's too late that they understand. We can never ever be, no matter what, no matter whosoever, like you said.
Sorry, of course, like you said about Nnawodu. I thank God they did not kill us, that we are still here so the unity can continue. But those who are trying to kill us, how are we going to unite? And I hope Anwayana will come and reconcile with IPOB. Olorio goes, one of them should get ready. All of us are going to reconcile because we have to go. But in the end, let it be on record. We are quarreling Yoruba because they don't want Nigerian to divide. We are quarreling Hausa because they don't want Nigerian to divide. We are quarreling Fulani because they don't want Nigerian to divide. This is their first crime. And if any of them agree, let Nigerian divide. Can we be here on Radio Biafra? So whatever they are doing, nobody can distract us. I have never collected PVC in my life. The first time I went to register for election to vote was when I saw Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was coming. I said, I will give this man my support. Because it is the right thing to do. But do you know Nigerian did not give me my PVC today? They told me the computer couldn't print mine. Because at that very year, more than 70% of Biafrans were disenfranchised. Let us look at what is causing this problem. Is the trying to unite us in Nigeria? That is this problem. Let them scatter it. Then all this kidnapping, all this killing, all this robbing, all this blackmailing, all this dragging up and down will not be there. But Americans and anybody who want to steal oil can still steal oil and let us have our life. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No problem. So what I'm saying, like that the Operation Python, that's 1, 2, and 3. What about if that they kill all IPOB members? Will he have anybody today to say that we are one family? But despite all the distraction, they are maybe tomorrow now. Tony Ngana will come say that they are reconciled with IPOB.
We will reconcile with Buhari self. But is that what if that will give us Biafra? We will reconcile with Buhari. We will reconcile with Abacha. We will reconcile. What we want is Biafra. As simple as ABCD.
So what I'm saying this morning is that we can never be distracted. We can never be distracted. Our focus and our aim and our final destination is Biafra. Biafra is only thing we are looking for. They should come and take oil. We don't need oil. So I'm telling you, here in Ghana, I'm seeing many of our Igbo people. We are suffering. Even our girls. So if I tell you what our girls are doing here, so I'm telling you, sometimes when I look at them, it's like I will be crying on their behalf. But why are we scattered all over the world suffering? I used to say we have all resources.
This morning now, Fulani, they have prayed, oh Lord, let them run away. Oh, there are still plenty. Oh, let them run away. Oh, they let them not be comfortable in their house. That is what they are doing. And we are being here distracting ourselves.
So, I know whatever thing, no matter however they wanted to distract us, one thing is certain that Elohim, which have decided to restore back our land as he promised us in the book of Joel, chapter 12, that I will restore back all that has been destroyed. I believe that one day Chukwuka Abema will restore our land, and our leader they are planning to kill. Like I read about one prophecy, someone we are saying that Anina Kako will like to kill in land. I pray that Chukwuka Abema will never allow that to happen. He has suffered for this struggle. people. And I believe that Chukwuka Abịama will keep him. He shall preserve him, that nothing by the enemy shall hurt him. Even though that the wife tried to kill him, she can never succeed. Our leader shall live to see Biafra. Nothing will happen to him. So I want to use this opportunity to speak to my Ebema people. Hello? Hello?
Just having issues with that line. And anytime I start telling you thank you very much, please forget about what you wanted to say. Call on the line, please. Call on the line. Good morning. Just still hold the line. I think there is one or two things to be done here. Can you still hear me? Okay, go ahead now. I think it's done. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Good morning, my African rep. God bless you. God bless your family. Good morning, my dear leader, Majanam Jostano. May Elohim guide and protect you. Good morning, my dear Deputy Martin Chota Senator. May your days be long and may God guide and protect your family. My brother, we cannot be distracted, no matter in the guise they came from. The word of God says that there were wolves in the garment sheep. If they like, let them put the garment of Icos. There is a slugger you used to say in this broadcast that I say, you say that everybody is a suspect until the whistle of Biafra is blown. Everybody, including the table we are using, is a suspect because the enemy can remove the leg. So until that day, the Biafra whistle will be blown. So if they like, let them come. But all we know is that we will give them a distance and monitor them, as our leader said. He said that we are giving them another chance. We gave them a chance when our leader went after the Python down. We gave them conditions. Hanese could not meet it. They now went back to where they are. They have come again, and we are giving them another chance. Ndị Igbo si ogu ike anyị na-azụgbu ha n'ogu maka ndị Igbo si iji gbuo dike n'ogu gị buru egafe ama nna ha. In case tomorrow now they will say, people did this, they do not survive. All these sabots, they will come because the Nigerian government, like a flag that the head has been beaten. Everything to stop it. Go foreign land. They even sponsor people, those slaves in foreign land, they sponsor the slaves in Biafra land to stop it. But all the same, you people that are collecting money to stop IPO, you are stopping yourself, you are stopping your future. Go back and think, rethink. You are stopping yourself, you are doing yourself more harm than good. I watched one man, they called Opadi Africa. When he betrayed us in London, he told the London people there was no genocide in Biafra land. The only thing is a Batman army that when the rebels are coming, they retrieve them and they will run back to the bush. And immediately after the whole white men. And you see him, I walk like that. I say, oh, is this how they do to us? So all these people, this is how the enemy is doing at you. When you collect money, they know that you are a fool. And at the end, they will kill you, whether you like it or not. They will kill you. It's not even anything that's going to kill. Those people that gave you money to sabotage Biafra restoration will kill you at the end because they know that if you can sabotage their own body, who are they that you cannot sabotage? So this is the time all of us to gather together and do the needful and restore our motherland. Remember, if you allow an enemy to take your motherland, it is a curse. The word of God didn't say that it is a cause, it's a sin for somebody to just be watching an enemy walk into your property and take it without resistance. It is a sin from God. But these old men of God will not tell you that it's a sin. They will tell you that to put their arms and watch them, God will revenge for you. God gave you sense. God said that if you ask wisdom, ask. Why did God say you should ask wisdom? So that you will know when the enemy is coming in a lion is coming in a sheep wolf. So that you'll be able to detect it. But if you are sleeping and today, God referred their life, even the Bible they gave us from Genesis to Revelation. I have never seen where people are sleeping and God, you must rise up. I don't want this thing. Then God will follow you to the battle. That is the only thing. I beg, let me start. I thank you all. I thank you, and I'm so thankful that one of our reverends died. Okay, my leader. I had Biafra.
Thank you very much. Almost hail Biafra. Yes, a caller on the WhatsApp. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Good morning from
thundering lion of Biafra land. Mazi Onyibe. Mazi Onyibe. I'm glad to get you this morning here in America. My name is Ben Okafor. My brother, I love you so much. You are doing so much for us, and you have sacrificed a lot. This is the first time I'm calling you. My brother, I love you so much. And again, I love your program going back to our roots. I've been a fan of this program ever since it came out. Because myself, I have discovered who I am. When I took anthropology class, and we read in a book written by a white man that says, if you want to destroy a people, you attack their culture.
That is the truth.
My brother, I said, you know what? I have gone back and I'm starting to practice. I've started to practice my culture. Whenever I'm home, my brother, everything I do, even right here, I call upon my ancestors. I try to go back to resuscitate every aspect of who I am. Because all this nonsense going on, like you always say in your program, with regards to the behavior of our people, especially our women who have lost their dignity, let me say, Biafrans, and particularly the Igbo Biafrans and the rest of the Biafrans, are the ones that cherish their women. We cherish our women because our women have so much power in our society. When they speak, everybody listens. But I have to make one plea to you tonight, sir, if not anything else. I'm pleading to you. Believe me, my brother. You see, even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when he mentions Hausa Fulani, he corrects himself. And for the sake of unity, and I was so glad, I listen to you every day. Every day. There was a day, and I someone called in your program, he said, because of this man, that you will respect what he stands for and not berate the Hausas anymore. My brother, we all know or knew what happened during the war, particularly anybody who is almost 60 years old or above. He witnessed the war. I witnessed the war. I participated in the war. My brother, let's just excuse them because they were victims. You know what Ahmad Bello said. He will use the Middle Belt as what? A willing tool.
Okay.
The South.
Let me respond to that quick before that your request. Now, honestly,
yes, sir.
Honestly, you are saying the right thing. Now, our leader said, let's leave them. I can't come radio and be telling you, Igbo do this, Igbo do that, Igbo do that. And then I'm leaving Hausa, Fulani and Yoruba. I understand their position now. And honestly, I have toned down the way I talk to them. If you ask me not to say, so if Hausa commit crime now, I should say it's Igbo man. Or if Yoruba commit, because we are trying to look politically correct, I should say it's Igbo man. Anything anybody do, then go answer for them. But now, my mindset for Hausa is reducing. I must mention all their name. Are they not part of Nigeria? I cannot say, oh, Igbo man do this, Igbo man do that, Igbo man. They will judge us tomorrow by our words. They are part of the menace. This is one truth. The other side of the coin I want you to see. If you are giving me go ahead to remove them and start calling only Igbo, just tell me I will do that.
Sir, I know. Let me make sure you understand exactly.
I understand. You say I should turn them down when I should measure Hausa. I should just leave them.
What I'm saying is this: if anybody, be it Igbo, be it Hausa, or be it Yoruba, if anybody does something that is contemporary, that is something.
And that is exactly what I'm doing.
You should be held in you should hold them responsible.
Exactly.
Anybody that does anything now. But what I'm saying is this: let's forget. Let's see, since they are beginning to realize the mistakes they made. Let's see where it's going to take them. We want to carry a lot of people.
We are still doing the same thing. That means I need you to grant me this one. We are trying to carry anybody along. So why are we talking about Oba Youth? Let's carry Oba Youth along now. It doesn't make sense.
What Oba Youth
did,
what Oba Youth did, like Nnamdi Kanu said, It's unpardonable. You do not.
Now, are you? If Oba Youth is
women.
unpardonable, are you telling me there are no Hausa who are accomplished with Fulani in undermining our sovereignty? Are you telling me? Hold on. Are you telling me there is no Hausa man fighting against Biafra restoration?
I am not saying that, sir. All I'm saying is that
I get your point. I get your point. And I'm telling you, there is no story that have only one side. There is always two sides of the story. How did we get here? We begin to tell the story. And when I want to call Hausa, I will call Fulani. Tomorrow Fulani can resign. And then everything I have said about them will turn against me. No, I am responsible for what I say in Radio Biafra. We continue telling them. Let them be the one who will come forward and defend themselves. It was before, we have repented. And then what we are saying will be justified. Don't you see it from my own point of view? Yes, we are giving. Do you know every broadcast I make here, they are keeping it for me, including our people, to fight me tomorrow? And now, I stand from my word to the end. If you ask me, don't talk to Hausa again, permit me to blame Igbo people for all the problem. Because
no, that's not what I'm
do you believe, do you agree that all Hausa have now become angel?
No.
Do you know there is no Hausa man as we speak locked up in any prison in Nigeria?
How do you both angel?
Hold on. You are not answering me. Now, you want me to see your point, but you don't want to see my point. Do you know in Nigeria there is no Hausa man locked up in any prison? Because Fulani still protect them. So they're still enjoying a little bit of it. The prison is built made up of our people. 99.9% of all the people in maximum prison, in secret dungeon, in the SARS dungeon, people being held in Kaminikado, they are our people. Honestly, I understand, and this is not my life. But I cannot tell a story of rape like the one in the Bible without talking about the member of the accomplice. The Bible says a woman was caught in the act of adultery. The question should be, did only this woman commit adultery? Why did the Bible not tell us about the man? This is injustice. That is why Jesus forgave that woman. Go ahead with the second question.
Okay, no, it's not a question, it's a second request. You know, second to the last caller, yes, sir. Second to the last caller said something about Nyanwodo. I would like us to understand that only our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his last speech, he had what he said about he has, first and foremost, he's first of all rescinded the order he gave about stoning Nyanwodo. He rescinded it, and then he came out of the meeting, and his speech, he said that he's going to be watching them to see whether they're going to live up by their words and start behaving like the adults they are. But the last speaker now said Nnamdi Nyanwodo was yapping. So what I'm saying is this.
Now,
we must always
a minute, you did not listen to that man. He said he was listening to an audio where Nyanwodo was yapping. So because our leader forgive Nyanwodo now, we are going to, hold on. We should go and re-edit all the things Nyanwodo said against IPOB. Let the truth be truth now.
No.
Have this,
what I'm saying is this.
What you are saying is right, but that man is still saying what is right. Don't you see it? I want a video of Mbaka. I want a video of Mbaka when he was talking about how God sent Muhammadu Buhari. Should we go and edit it now to make Mbaka to be Mbaka Nyanwodo, Hausa Fulani, and the saboteur inside IPOB? Is there any difference between all of them? Do you know each of their action made somebody die here on ground? Did those people died for nothing? How are we going to pamper sickness? Anything in sickness should be treated that way. But I understand the point you are trying to make. If I do not give you this version, everybody will think we are wrong. We are not wrong.
My brother, I want to say something before I drop because I know that.
Go ahead, please. Of course, we are having a very educative interaction. Believe me, I love it, and I'm not biased about it. Your own point of the matter must be considered by intellectuals, and my point must also be considered. Go ahead, Mazi.
There is nothing you do that I will ever take offense. I will speak out, but there is nothing you do. I know everything about you, my brother. So the point I'm making is this. What I'm going to leave with is this. and for other Biafrans to understand. Sometimes you don't have to say everything. Sometimes what a man does resides in his heart. We don't need to verbalize everything. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to
But when they come to kill us, they kill all of us. They don't really a few of us. When they want to attack us in Oba, they destroyed almost all the vehicle there. They didn't leave some. The law of retribution. I understand everything you say. When they come to kill us in a camp war, they did not spare any of us. Do you know they have killed more innocent Biafrans to get to IPOB member more than they have killed us? Because they are determined to crush us. How can we be economical with word with these people? I personally will say everything the way it is. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, Chukwuka Biama. Everybody is doing the right thing. Thank you very much. And you are a wonderful man. I love people like you. I love people like you. It enables us to make people understand.
Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Lion of Africa.
God is faithful.
Nothing's going to happen.
God is faithful.
God bless.
Everything our leaders say we should do, we will do them. But we cannot rewrite the history. That is why everybody must be careful because of anything you are doing now. Because it will tell on you. That time he say, gone by is gone by. Gone by is gone by. Christians are busy forgiving. But Muslims are not forgiving. And people are crying, hey, they are killing Christians. They are killing Christians. Are you not an idiot? When they slap you one ear, you give them another one. Is that not why we are here? Has they repented? This is how I think it should work. We are friends with Nyanwodo, very lovely. Why can't Nyanwodo call this radio and encourage us? But he will never do that because he has reserve. And so I have reserves. The Hausa man called, I kept him quiet because I needed him to insult me. Let me give him Ebola or COVID-19. I see he's a reasonable human being and I respect him for who he is. And I told him I will turn down for Hausa people. I didn't say I won't talk about them again. Because I will not say Igbo man commit the sin of Hausa man. I will not agree Yoruba, Igbo man commit the sin of Yoruba man. Our leader taught us this thing. Let them go and delete all their video of past atrocity from online. George Onibe don't delete his broadcast. It's still on YouTube. It's on every platform. It's on cloud. I recorded it because none of them would win me in any competent law jurisdiction for every word I say because I know I'm responsible. Everything our leader said is we will do that. But while we are doing that, tomorrow now, all of them are good. They are good. They will not strike us again. Boom. We now come back and say, oh, they have become evil. And the whole world listening to us, we say, which kind of people are these Biafrans? Today Yoruba is good. Tomorrow Yoruba is bad. Today Hausa is good. Tomorrow Hausa is bad. Well, are these people confused people? No, we are not confused and we can't be distracted. Not me. But of course, the journey continue. What my brother said is a very good one, honestly. And I'm happy I'm able to expatiate on that idea. Let everybody show forth the fruit of righteousness. If they truly have repented, let them bear fruit of righteousness. And now you know the truth. Are you still there, caller on WhatsApp?
I am here, my Maze. Good morning, sir.
Try to see how you can manage your time because my time is up so I can log up immediately. Please do that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm very happy to get you again. It's not easy to get this radio since like 3 months now, since I get you last. Mazi, how are you doing now, your family? I hope everything is good.
God is faithful.
Thank you. Thank you. Mazi, see, there is nothing to talk about. We are following everything you are saying. You are in order. You are in order. Our leader is in order. Our leader will... We are
obeying our leader. Now monitor me now. You will see I don't send thunder again. That I don't send thunder again.
That is why we are command and control.
Yes, they are repenting and we are slowing down. But none of them has shown forth the fruit of repentance.
We are watching now.
Fear will not allow them hold on, many of them, fear will not allow them to call Radio Biafra. Because they don't want Nigerian government to hear their name. And it's these same people that will tell me how to talk here. No. The truth is the truth now.
Mazi, it too much. You are on point. We are mature people. Mazi, I could chapter cigar does tonight. I know reason a human being. I say, as in, the devil you know is better than the agent you don't know. I don't come more to wrong way. You go to go to you matter. Then get an aid in the game. We're going to go when I look at my channel. And I'm a Maoli down mark. What I would you quick but from me? So what is we are under command.
And of course, everybody must understand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the director of Radio Biafra, which means he gave me right to be broadcasting here. And yes, believe me, I have not spoken to him over, in fact, let's say since this year. He knows how to reach me. And if what I'm doing is contradicting him, he knows how to call me to order. If I like, I continue. If I don't like, I back off. But as far as he didn't come here and say, no, you are wrong. When he called certain people and say, I acknowledge them, we lift them up. Our duty is to protect our leader. That is our duty.
Exactly.
And we will protect him by every means necessary.
Thank you very much. But Maz, that Oba boys, they need to be used as an example. They need to bring out the person that buy them off to come and do that nonsense. That Oba youth. I'm very annoyed. That is the beginning of repentance. The Nigerian agent, they must bring that man that buy them to come and do that thing. That Nigerian agent. We must know the man. We will never rest. IPOB all over the world, we will not rest until we search the band that buy these boys to come and do that thing. Our leader has spoken, and so shall it be. They will never go unpunished. We are on ground, we are watching. We will fish them out one after the other, and we will know the person that sent them. Mazi, thank you. Let me cut the call from here. Almost here, Biafra.
Very much. That is just the truth. People don't understand all these things. We don't talk with both sides of our mouth. Everything I'm doing here today is what our leader started doing. And I followed our leader because that was the naked truth. Very jagger. Today, Gogo agree with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Nigeria is a zoo. And Gogo now have it on record. Let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come and tell us that Nigeria is heaven. Gogo will not agree. Ifechukwude, what is written is written. Nigeria remain a zoo. Those who kill our mother and rape our sister remain the same people. The only thing they can do is to show forth fruit of righteousness. Of course, we are good with Ohanaeze. It's a welcome development because these are the things I love. But what is good for the goose is good for the ganja. We will be good with the governors. We will be good with Iruanya. We will be good with Asare. All of us must come back. Because I don't think their sin is even worse than what they did to us before. Will their sin wipe out immediately? All this mindset is why Yoruba rule us in their church. We easily forgive. And this is the beauty of the nature of our people. Why I can never give up on our people. You people are kind. You people are truly human. Very emotional. You consider people more than yourself. My mother will even die of hunger instead of her to feed when there are hungry people around her. This is something I can't understand. We love. But because we do not check the way we love, when they strike us, we hate more than we have ever loved. Let's not be sentimental. Our leader say we are friends with Ohanaeze. I call IPOB member here. So the relationship we have with Ohanaeze, is it more integrated with the one we have with Ohanaeze Ndigbo? The last time I checked, the worst enemy in IPOB remained my best friend outside IPOB. We came in here to fight ourselves. You people don't know we fight ourselves. Seriously, we blow ourselves very well. But if anytime I think back, why are we fighting ourselves? If I have to quarrel with Mazi Obide, why will I quarrel with him? Is he my mate? Maybe I'm the same age with one of his sons. If I have privilege to talk to them, why will I talk to them the way I talk? Am I their mate? They lowered themselves down to join IPOB so that they can give a voice to our people. And that is what is love. Greater love than this does no man have, that a man should lay down his life. I always caution myself when I talk to people. I can't talk to most of you because you are great, you are high, you are mighty. You lower down yourself. Why? So you carry people like us up, and we save our people all together, save ourselves. Nobody should change that language. We understand it. We understand it. But we are watching because we are the watchmen. We are watching. We will forgive all of them as they show fruit, as they repent. And we will embrace them when we see the fruit of repentance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Effiong Biafra, are you there? Effiong Biafra, are you there? Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, the Biafrans all over the world. I hope I'm coming out clear.
Of course you are.
Yeah, perfect. My name is Biafra Effiong. I'm calling from British Columbia, Canada. I'm really glad to hear you today. Thank God for your life. Thank you for everything you have done to the Biafrans all over the world. We love you. We are behind you, you know. I like today's topic. I really enjoy it, and keep it up with your good work. And I'm so happy to get through the programs today, because I've been calling. So at the end, I got you. I'm so happy. Biafra all over the world, we are moving forward. We are very close to our destination, and there's nothing any man can do about it. You know, for the so-called our leaders, the Ohandes, Ndibo, and the Easterners, governors, we are giving them the second chance because, according to our leader, our supreme leader, yes, we are giving them the second chance now, because I could remember back then, when our leader was incarcerated in prison, our deputy leader, Uche Mefo, give order when there was a lot of confusion like this with this Ohandeze Ndibo. Like that, they were causing a lot of confusion and a problem. So we were attacking them, telling them what they are doing is not good. They are not the only elders we have in IPOB. IPO means indigenous people of Biafra. We are the owner of the land. So we told them that we don't want like that again. Okay. Now our deputy leader came out and told us, then our leader was in prison. He said, we don't want anybody to talk about them. Okay, that we should just withdraw those things. And he give them 3 months for them to repent. Okay, then everybody withdraw. We didn't talk about them again. We calm down. It is the order. When the order is coming from the high rank, we don't play with it. Okay, now we stopped that. We didn't attack them again. But 3 months or so, maybe they come down again. Then they started again. Ohanes, they came out on the social media and said, anybody who attack Fulani, you should first kill him. That means he's happy for our people to be Fulani to be killing our people in our own land. Okay, now we are not here to play. I want to let the whole world know. Our leader has given instruction. We should leave that. We are not here to play with anybody. Because tomorrow, again, we give them this chance. I saw the news today that they have agreed with our people, IPOB. They want to work together. I saw the news. Is it the day newspaper or something like that? I just read now. So if tomorrow now these people mess up again, this is not a child's play. We want to get our freedom, so we give them the last chance. If they fuck up this time, we're not going to take easy. I'm this time around. Okay, I want to go hard. I became a dum. I don't want to read the rimbo. You need a little more. What happened to Yapasudian Dimas when you I put wood and go rimbo. There is nothing. Tell them, Ohanes, this is the last chance. If any of you mess up this time around, it will be easier. As you come now, no thing that you come back and bring your politics come to IPOB. There's nothing like politics here. We want Biafra straight and direct. God bless Biafra. God bless our supreme leader. All hail Biafra.
Thank you very much. Almost hail Biafra. Like I said, the truth cannot be overemphasized. We follow our leader very well. We understand what he says, and the truth cannot be overemphasized. If it's Biafra, it's Biafra. And like I said, they must show evidence of repentance. That is their own part. You don't marry a wife and keep the wife in the house like a furniture. She must show evidence of wife-friend. You know what follows wife-friend? Oh, well, of course we stand by that part. But that having been said, I continue naming them because the day I remove anybody from any particular event, I am responsible. Do you know Fulani can be our best friend? But of course, that is when Biafra come. I'm afraid today now we are saying Fulani. One day, one Fulani blood will come and tell us, you know, it's our in-law, you know, it's no, nobody can distract us. We know these things will happen. We all know from the beginning, and we should be ready for it. If God will permit anybody to kill me, which he will not permit anybody, you cannot. I bring out my leg, your rope cannot catch me. I'm not challenging you, I'm not threatening you, I'm just telling you the gospel truth. We know we have counted the cost, but we come with open heart. Brother WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes,
Pastor Chris, please hit, try and hit the nail on the point so that I can wind up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon from here. I call to add my voice to what most of our brothers have said. They said when you use the habit of rats in the house, you set the whole house ablaze. And on that note, I think you've said it right, but many of our callers didn't get where you're driving at. So before they should speak on that very kind of subject, they should listen very well and know how to showcase their statements. But having said that, I will like to send a condolence kind of voice to our Papa, the family of our Papa that just left yesterday, and some other people that things that really happens at Oba. Then what I want to suggest now, because the Bible said that when you repent and did not abstain,
show forth fruit of righteousness. Show forth fruit of righteousness. Until I see that fruit of righteousness, or your state for everybody.
Yes. So what I will now suggest is that we will bring them in to one of our radio stations for an interaction to speak to us, even if they didn't come to us.
Of course, when you bring them in, it will not, hold on, when you bring them in, it will not solve any problem. I have seen many videos online. They will say this Alahaja is supporting Biafra. If you turn back, the Alahaja is Igbo woman. Are we fooling ourselves here? Have you not seen? They say, oh, this Alahaji, he hate Hausa, he love Mazen and the Kano. If you go and check them, he's Igbo man. Are we deceiving our people, or we are facing the reality on ground? Or are you talking to George Olibe? So we bring our own Igbo brother who look like Hausa already and deceive Hausa Fulani, or what? Biafra must be laid on the foundation of righteousness.
What we are saying is 100% right, and that is the right thing to do, in the sense of the man that has his
by their fruit we shall know them. When they start saying when they start doing it on their own without us. Did the Yoruba beg us to do what we are doing? Did the Mazen and the Kano beg us to do what we are doing? He showed fruit of righteousness. He showed a seed nobody has sown. We now followed him. All these people should show with fruit of repentance now. Then with our leader talk. Now we with them talk. The people that killed, saving our leader. Did they kill our leader? Are those people feeling the same pain? Everybody, person where we are shoe now, I know how they pay now. Where Bugunwata was Sakwale.
Exactly.
And so I think we need to just wrap up on that side and let's leave those ones alone.
Yeah.
Anybody, you see, if you come now, you talk your own. I won't talk to you. Yeah. If you advise me, I will respond to you. If you attack me, I will attack you. Anyhow you do, I follow you. Normally you come, you say, yes, I understand this one. Talk your own. He was making a request to me, and I have told him the condition attached to how the request will be granted. It doesn't matter who you are. And did you get the point? Now let me reiterate it once again. If you call here, talk your own. Now you they talk your own. Then when you come, you won't convince my audience to counter my broadcast. I will counter you. When you call, you want them to see your point outside the point I'm projecting. I will counter you because I'm responsible for what I say here. Yes, somebody actually told me that what I say on Radio Biafra will kill me. They didn't tell you. Did they tell you that? That is why when anybody is coming to talk to me, please be very meticulous. I don't care. I come online. Oh, nobody calling my program. It doesn't bother me. I come online. Nobody is listening. It doesn't bother me. But I understand one thing about the word. He said, I have sent forth my word. Slowly, steadily, surely, certainly, it will get to the destination. Go ahead and wrap up as fast as you can. Thank you.
Yeah, what we are saying the same thing. What we are saying is the same thing because I don't see the reason why the reconciliations meeting will be going on. Our president that has not helped anybody, that has not even built even one single house for anybody that has been busy grabbing people's land will come on air to say that Igbos don't love themselves. I think most of our anger should channel on that very man to kind of come on air to say to kind of return or reverse what he has just said, because that is a very big insult to many of us. You know why? Those are those distractions.
Those are those distractions I'm pointing out. That is why I don't want to give them publicity.
Hausas are channeling him for 2023. That is where they are driving, and people don't even know. They are channeling him for 2023 election, which we, the IPOB, will not tolerate. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Of course, you are a very meticulous, calculative thinker. That having been said, we come here. Some people nearly beat me because of Yoruba inside the same IPOB. Oh, we are working with Omotekun. Our leader say leave Omotekun. Where is Omotekun now? Honestly, I understand diplomacy. Very soon now, Hausa children will tell me, it is Hausa, leave Hausa. We have Radio Biafra Hausa, 2 different channels. Let them do their job, let me do my job. Do you understand now? And then when we still come now, some people will say, oh, we have to leave Nyangodo. But we know hold them before now. And then very soon now, me now, because I have Fulani blood in my family. Oh, you don't know? I have Fulani blood in my family. My brother that is a marine police. And so very soon now, you cause Fulani Janjaweed. I will attack you. You know I have in law? Let us not be distracted, though. Many things are going to come out, don't worry. It is time to mortgage our life for another 8 years. They are going to pump in many distractions. This were the period they are calling us 3-pod, 4-pod, 20-pod, terrorists, miscreant, jobless, holiness, hooligan. Now look at where we are. But let me tell you the truth. Everywhere in the world, they understand what we are asking for. Goodbye, and God bless you. All over the world, they understand what we are doing. All over the world, they understand what we are talking about. This one no be matter. This one no be alele. To Nigeria, all the way.